for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975. It's Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. In obituary news this morning, funeral service for Belvia Phillips Rogers, age 91 of Sylacauga, is today at 1 o'clock in Curtis & Son North, with Reverend Bill Morris officiating. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Visitation from noon until 1 o'clock at the funeral home. Ms. Rogers died October 14th at Sylacauga Health and Rehab. Online condolences at curtissonsonfh.com. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Funeral service for Mr. Henry Lee Bailey, age 85 of Sylacauga, is today at 1 o'clock from the chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home. Brother Donnie Blackman officiating. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Mr. Bailey died October 14th at Coosa Valley Medical Center. He was a military veteran of the United States Army and former bass guitarist with the Bearden family, a longtime gospel group here in the area. Visitation today, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. at the funeral home. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. Miss Lisa Burke Beard, age 60, died Thursday, October 17th. Family receiving friends Saturday from 1 until 2 at Talladega Funeral Home. That'll be followed by a memorial service at 2 o'clock in the chapel. Brother Wesley Johnson will officiate. Miss Beard was a longtime resident of Talladega. Talladega Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements. In lieu of flowers, donation can be made towards funeral expenses. Celebration of life for Mr. Robert Pearson Jr., age 74, will be held Saturday at Community Funeral Home Chapel in Sylacauga at 2 o'clock with Reverend Audrey Powell Jr. officiating. Visitation on Saturday from 8 until 2 o'clock at the funeral home. Mr. Pearson died October 9th at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Online condolences at communityfuneralhome.org. Community Funeral Home in Sylacauga directing. Funeral service for Ms. Ada Dean Gaffney Swain, age 71, will be Saturday at noon from Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church with Pastor Kendall Burton to celebrate interment in the Evergreen Memorial Cemetery. Mrs. Swain died Friday, October 10th at her residence. Public viewing today, noon until 8 o'clock, with the family receiving friends from 5 until 6 tonight at Sunset Chapel of Remembrance in Childersburg. Now, the body will lie in state 1 hour prior to the service as well. Arrangements entrusted to Sunset Memorial Chapel. Online condolences at sunsetmc.com. Celebration of life for Robert Doran Toney, age 53 of Sylacauga, will be Saturday at 4 o'clock from the chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home. Mr. Toney died October the 11th in Sylacauga. Visitation is Saturday at 2 o'clock for the family, and public will be from 3 until 4 at the funeral home. In lieu of flowers, contribution can be sent to the Childersburg Fire and Rescue. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. Imogene Robertson, age 88, died at her residence Wednesday. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home announcing. Funeral service for Teresa Chapman will be 1 o'clock Saturday at Word Center in Talladega. A wake will be tonight from 5 until 7. Online condolences at terrysmortuary.com. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary directing. Funeral service for Mr. Eddie Horace Childs, age 72, will be 11 o'clock Saturday at Peace Baptist Church in Talladega. Sims Funeral Service in charge of the arrangements. Celebration of life for Mrs. Annie Pearl Kelly will be Saturday, October 19th at Mount Olive Baptist Church in Harpersville at 1 o'clock. The Reverend Clarence Carter officiating. Visitation will be held Saturday from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. at the funeral home. At Mount Olive Baptist Church, at visitation at the church from 11 until 1 tomorrow. Ms. Kelly died October 15th at St. Vincent's East in Birmingham. Community Funeral Home, Sylacauga directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Winnie Dean Biddle, Elder of Munford, is today at Munford Church of Christ at 4 o'clock with Gerald Biddle and Jerry Elder Jr. officiating. Burial in Pine Hill Cemetery in Talladega. The family will receive friends 3 until 4 o'clock at the church today. Ms. Elder died October 14th. Anniston Memorial Funeral Home directing. And funeral service for Mrs. Annie Jane Murray Turner, age 86 of Alexander City, is today at 11 o'clock from the chapel of Radley Funeral Home, the Reverend Donald DeLee, along with Randy Anderson officiating. Burial in the Rabbit Town Baptist Church Cemetery at 3 o'clock. The family receiving friends this morning, 9:30 to 10:30 at the funeral home. Mrs. Turner died October 16th at Lake Martin Community Hospital. She was a member of the West End Baptist Church. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home in Alexander City in charge of the arrangements. These obituaries this morning brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.